Hi, besties. I'm calling you back. She's being a bitch tonight. And by bitch, I mean this snow in Pasadena. No cabs, nowhere. So I had to put on my Shiba Shira tracksuit, my Malou hoof, and the Sutton Concert hat to take the train to the clubhouse. And you know, the MTA should stand for motherfuckers trolling my account. So I made a quick stop at Republic, looking like someone gave me a black eye, and I'm greeted by the at the door, not by Bradley, but by our friend Lisa Barlow. Yes, honey, the FBI and CIA shut down the class trip. So no van for me. So I got all the tea for you tonight. So I hope you are ready, because we are all coming over. Lock the doors, lower the blinds, fire up a Karen Huger candle, put on some dry bag, and grab your drink, because I know exactly what we need. We are going to have a motherfucking kiki to close this year. So I have a panel of experts in the Bravo sphere. But they're not only Bravo experts, they're also my dear friends. So that's why tonight we're closing 2022 by having the best time. I'm gonna introduce one of the most amazing ladies ever on the Bravo content creator world. And she knows about drama. Oh, the drama she got into this year with some Beverly Hill housewife. Yes, we're gonna be talking about it. Let me introduce y'all to Philly Diva. Hi, hi, hi.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm ready to kiki. I'm ready to get into it. It's been a year and a half. It's the longest 12 months
Yes.
that I think I've ever experienced in my life.
And we are ready to have a good time. Now, I'm gonna introduce another lady of Bravo, Miss Candy Washington. Hi, bestie.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know you weren't feeling so hunky dory, but you are here.
Yes, I am under the weather, so we're having, my avatar representative because nobody wants to see this. But yes, I am here and I'm going to stay for as long as I can because I want to come and support you and just say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Now, we have somebody that I have so much in common with this person. First off, we both love Beverly Hills. There you go. His handle is Real Andy of Beverly Hills. But he also happened to be Colombian. I'm half Colombian, the land of pretty people. So here we go. Real Andy of Beverly Hills.
Hello, everyone. How
That's
are
right.
you, Eddie? Hi, Candy. How are you? Hi, Billy Diva.
Hi,
My guys,
Andy.
nice seeing you for the first time. How are you guys?
How good. How are
Good.
you?
Happy
So good to see
holidays.
you.
And now he gave a new meaning to Black Heart. He has gotten into with Tamra Judge. And he was also my first guest to kick off my podcast this year. And for that reason, I had to have Blake here. Blake, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you all.
You
And happy
too.
belated birthday. My
Oh,
fellow
thank
Capricorn.
you. Thank you so much. Yeah, total Capricorn energy.
So I want you all to know that we are going to have a lit time talking about the best, the worst, and the what the fuck moment this year. So are we all ready?
Yes.
I'm ready. Bring it.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Here's to that.
I think we need to start with the best duos. I think there is always a friendship in every single franchise that we feel it represents what Bravo is. So I wanna start by saying Garcelle and Sutton are my pick of the best duo this year because they know how to get the girls together. They have a true friendship that happens outside the franchise as well. So we obviously know that too. I'm gonna pass the mic to you guys. So please tell me who you think is the best duo this year.
I think Garcelle and Sutton were a very impactful duo, and I'd like them for their franchise. For me, the best duo will still be Karen Huger and Giselle. the two of them love each other and they'll show love to each other's family. But when they go at it, it's good. But to do the reconciliation, which I love. So I get both of it.
Yeah, I think that that's actually a really good point. We tend to think of dynamic duos as just like besties who are up each other's butt all the time, kind of like Garcelle and Sutton. I mean, I love them, but but some of the best duos have a roller coaster relationship. And so that's why this was actually on my best of 2022 list. But Heather Dubrow and Shannon Bedore getting stoned together. That is a dynamic duo
Yeah, that
right
was
there.
a moment right there.
And they've had like ebbs and flows of their friendship, and that's what Housewives is all about.
I agree with you. I was thinking that yes, Sutton and Garcelle for somehow they're bringing that all kind of like LBP Kyle energy that they used to have before. But I also wanted to give a shout out to a duo that I think it's starting now and it will be powerful in the future, and it's going to be Lisa Barlow and Whitney Rose. I have always said that if Whitney Rose was able to, move on from Heather Gay and form a friendship with Lisa Barlow, those two will be unstoppable. And I think we're just starting to see the beginning of that right now.
I agree
Ooh,
totally.
I want to bring it back to like the OGs. And I'd have to say, this might be an unpopular opinion, but Ramona Singer and Sonia Morgan from The Real Housewives of New York City, when those women get wasted and naked and falling all over the place, it is a whole
Mm,
vibe. We also can't
yes.
forget about even Nene and Cynthia. You know what I mean?
They're
Well,
good.
that was contractual.
They started the whole alpha beta female dynamic for the housewives that we've seen rinse, wash, and repeat with the alpha and the beta. And then we got to whoop it up with Vicky Gunvalson and Tamra Judge for the OC.
Okay, wait, really quick. Unlikely duo, Tamara and Teddy.
Ugh, no, no, no,
Oh,
no, no, no.
Where
that
did that come out of?
I,
Like,
I want
so
to put that
weird.
one.
Mm,
I want to put that one on the worst
mm,
duo
no,
because
I never would have thought they would be friends ever.
I never would have thought they would be friends. I never would have thought they would have had the podcast. I never would have thought that the podcast would have been a success. Like none of those things were on my bingo card for 2022. Like
Right.
it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
However, I think the reason that they work and don't work at the same time is because Amira is just really going to outshine Teddy. Teddy is a I mean, my personal opinion. Don't tell me in the chat. She's there
yeah.
for fodder. Like she's there to get Tamara's star up. You know what I mean? Like Tamara stopped Rose with the pod, so enough where she could get on Ultimate Girls Trip, enough where she
Yeah.
could get her orange bag. It's just not happening for Teddy. Like we're not making catch happen. Like
Right. And keep in mind, Teddy was doing that podcast by herself for like 2 years, and no one listened to
and
it.
no one
So,
cared. No one
yeah.
cared John Mellencamp's daughter. Like
Right.
I'm wondering how is going to be talking about Tamara. How is going to be the duo between Tamara Judge and Taylor Armstrong on Orange County?
Yeah, that's another new dynamic duo we're going to be seeing. Very interesting.
because I like seeing them, post and do stuff together now that they've wrapped. So I
Yes.
think the connection there was genuine from Ultimate Girls Trip. I think the connection was there when you could when you could see them filming. So I would like to see it.
Yeah. I mean, even just the fact that we have our first Housewives crossover like that, 2022, what a time to be alive.
I know. I want to
Mm,
add to the best duos. They are not part of the Housewife universe, but they are part of the Bravo universe. The Toms. I think the Toms are the perfect example of what a
I love
Bravo
them.
friendship is all about. I mean, they
Yeah.
started their friendship while filming, the first season of Vanderpump Rules, and now they own restaurants. They have really strong friendship, and seeing them being goofy and not taking themselves so seriously is just amazing.
Yeah, they have a strong friendship, albeit highly dysfunctional. Like, I am firmly convinced that Sandoval is why Tom Schwartz and Katie got a divorce. Like, the fact that Sandoval never was going to like Katie, like, it was destined for failure, you know?
I
Yeah.
I think
agree.
Sandoval likes Tom.
I think they both like each other,
I
honestly.
think they both like each other a lot.
Okay, so don't kill me. I only saw like maybe the first season of VPR. I know these people. I get it. I know.
No.
What? Well, why do I need to watch when everybody's recaps are so great?
Right?
They're fine without. Like, but no, no. Yeah, I really got kind of introduced to the Toms on Winter House, and I liked them on Winter House, and I liked their bromance, and I like how they stood up for each other, and that kind of dynamic between the other friends, how they could be kind of meshing. I like them, so
Yeah.
I get it. I'm down. Now, as far as watching the show, no, I'll continue to watch your recaps. Like,
Wait, I have another dynamic duo, and this might be the one, you guys. Ashley, Darby, and Luke.
uh,
Ooh,
Girl,
ooh.
I
That
thought
was a
you.
that was
that
a
was
surprising
like
one.
Didn't they
so
just
out
break
of
up though?
nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was great while it lasted, Candy. Like,
I
I
think
wasn't expecting them to get married, so.
I mean, no, obviously it was to quote Candace, it was a drive-by or like a late night, whatever it
Yeah,
was, go
yeah,
by. Of course it was. But to
yeah.
talk about Tom and Tom on Winter House. So I watched all of Vanderpump Rules except for like the last season. And I didn't like them on Winter House because it's such a different vibe and chemistry if you know Vanderpump Rules. And also, I don't know if you guys watch Summer House and Southern Charm.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
they have very different
Yep.
chemistries, and I kind of felt like bringing Tom and Tom on Winter House was a little forced, if that makes sense. Like they were trying to force a crossover. It was like Tom Schwartz knows, what's his name, the one who always has the mullet on Winter House.
Oh, Kyle, yeah.
I,
Kyle,
Oh
like all
God.
their buddies and like they want to come. I just find and like their energies are very different. Like Austin, Shep, and Craig would never actually be friends with like a Tom and Tom or even a Kyle. It just seemed very, very forced. Like
They
I
just
feel
they
like
just brought Tom and Tom to Winter House to broad rating.
exactly.
I agree.
Exactly. And I think they also did it because I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a Tom and Tom spinoff. And
I
like
think
they're
they're trying
just
to make
trying
that
to
happen.
tap into that
Yeah.
exactly, and they're trying to tap into that audience. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. At this point, Tom and Tom don't work with like Vanderpump anymore. Like at a restaurant, they're not servers there, so it makes sense.
Well,
for them to-
they still work with her at TomTom. They're part
Yes.
owners, but it seems like they're way more heavily focused on Schwartz and Sandy's now, which is still such a terrible name.
Horrible
it's-
name.
So
but
bad.
it's such a it's such a vibe. Have you seen the picture? I know it's not for everybody.
Yeah, no,
but I
it's-
think it's a
Oh no, the
vibe.
place
It's
looks
cool.
vibe, but like the
Yeah.
name is still. I mean, homeless, not toothless.
bad.
Like
Right.
it's
Yes,
true. It can be a great idea with a bad name.
If
Yeah.
somebody said that it sounds like a bodega.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not
It
good.
doesn't sound like a bodega. It sounds like a bagel shop. Like I'm gonna go there for like lox and bagels.
Right. That's what I was gonna say too. Like,
A bagel
like-
shop in, like the lower east side.
right, or even how like the girls are making a sandwich shop now. Like Schwartz and Sandy sounds like a sandwich shop.
Well,
A vegan sandwich shop.
Yeah.
I know.
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Mhm.
Can't believe it's
Let
not
me not
meat.
give them any more ideas.
So now that we talk
What
about the
about
best
what about
duos.
changing a little bit? What about some couple duos tea? Because I'm hearing that Miss Brandy Glanville has been using Kyle Richards and Lisa Rena to get into the show next season, which it might already have happened from what I have been hearing. So, I mean, do you think that that friendship is gonna really work out if Brandy comes back to Beverly Hills?
No.
No, and I
No.
think it's I think it's a two-way street. I actually think it's Kyle and Lisa Rinna, and even like Erica, because I clump them all together. They're using Brandy more as like a mouthpiece, because think about it. Brandy's talking about Sutton. She's going off on her. She betrayed Kim Richards. She used to be her ride or die, and she threw her under the bus. And then she also defended Lisa Rinna during the whole Kathy Hilton drama. So I think that they want the next person to join the cast to be someone that they think they can control. And I think that Brandy's gonna say, "Yeah, I'll be your mouthpiece," but we all know once Brandy has like a couple of cocktails and pops a couple of pills, she's a
It's
loose
whatever.
cannon. She's gonna say whatever. So it might end up blowing up in their face, but I think that's why they want them back. And then Teddy was on her two T's and a P's podcast, whatever the hell it was called. And Teddy was saying, "Oh, we want Brandy back. She's a truth teller." Kyle's like, "Let's bring Brandy back. She's a truth teller." Erica even said it. And I'm like, when all of them say something, I'm like, okay, clearly this is
Mm.
like big storyline. It's for
It's here.
Yeah.
exactly. And I think they kicked Dorit out because remember, Brenda called her a useless idiot. And they want to bring Brandy in because they think that they can use Brandy because she's so desperate.
Yeah. I could totally see that.
Yeah.
Because remember, like we weren't expecting Dorit to come back this season.
I
And
agree.
I am not saying that it was, set up for insurance monies or for a storyline. I would never ever suggest that. The internet was saying that. I wasn't even really that evil when that happened. That was already in the internet streets. I am not saying that. But that was the tea when filming started, was that Dorit was not getting a contract. And then her house got robbed. And then, of course, they were going to follow her. And that story lasted for a few episodes. I'm not just saying, I feel awful suggesting it. But
We
it
all
was
I
think
mean,
about
Don't feel that way.
we all
Don't feel that
read
I
we
was
all
doing
read the,
it.
the blind
but it was
items,
out there. Exactly. It was out there. I didn't say it, but it was out there. So Dorit was already on her way out. So she really didn't give any addition or drama. Like, because she had her trauma, her fashions weren't even giving. Like, there was just she did give us, so chic. Thank you. It'll live on after you're gone. So
And I
I
was
don't.
going to say that. I was going to say, literally, her robbery was the worst storyline on Beverly Hills. And that's crazy to say because it literally happened when the show started filming. And we forgot about it like in episode three. By episode three, we
Yeah.
move on to something else. And it didn't give
Mm.
Dorit the push that she needed. I mean, we
Yeah.
wanted Dorit to have like, I mean, I guess Bravo wanted Dorit to have her moment and like reclaim her diamond somehow, but she didn't do it. She became background noise as soon as the show like started like with something else. So
They wanted to recreate the Kim Kardashian moment with the robbery,
The
and it
Paris.
didn't land at all. Like people were so over Dorit, and it was like, just shut up, like go and hug Mauricio and move on. You
Sniff
know?
his shoulder.
Exactly. And when you think about Dorit, the only storylines she's had that are interesting, they're not even about her. Like Pantygate, when Erica came on the scene, and remember she wasn't wearing panties, and PK was like looking up her skirt, and it was that whole situation. That made Dorit interesting, but it was only because Erica wasn't wearing any panties, and PK wanted to hit it. But it wasn't really even about Dorit. And then when you think about Lucy Apple Goosey, that was the dumbest Puppygate. That was the dumbest storyline in the world. The dumbest, but they used it to get LVP out. And then the fake robbery, I cannot. But the thing is, if they bring Dorit back, literally the only thing I want to know is she going to admit, allegedly, to sleeping with Mauricio? That would be the only interesting storyline. Everything else we know, the fraud, the bankruptcy, alleged break-ins, non-existent fashion lines. Like, Dorit, we got it, girl.
what
I
I
just
want
want
to
to
Yeah,
know
what
about
happened to Beverly Beach?
yeah,
Like, where
Didn't
did it
she
right,
get
go?
sued? Remember
right.
that lady was chasing her when they were
Oh
down
my
the
God,
river
yeah.
and they exited out? And
Oh, yeah, that was so fun. I
I wish she didn't
loved all of
exit.
those leaked videos of Dorit being chased around a pool in the Bahamas. Oh, good times.
I really
Yeah,
want to
so
know if next
maybe she
year.
settled, and that's what happened to Beverly Beach.
Yeah, must have been.
Yeah. She used
So
that insurance money,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
I think Beverly Beach has a better storyline than the read.
Beverly Beach had a longer storyline than Dorit. Beverly Beach had a longer storyline than Teddy Mellencamp.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
true.
That
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
That part.
No, I
I
was
need to
going to
stop being
say,
so sweet. I'm sorry.
can you guys agree on one thing? I feel like Doreen needs to come back to let us know why Erica said that she was going to Splitville with PK. Like I was like, what the fuck that came from? Like
Yeah.
Erica just literally said that they were going to like divorce or something in the middle of BravoCon for absolutely no reason. And I want to know why. That was like that's one of those like what the fuck moments that I witnessed. And I'm still trying to figure that out. Like I just want to know. I want Dorit to come back as a friend of because I want her to let us know how she felt the moment that Erica said that, and then okay, you can go back to be a fashion girl, Dorit.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, they took so long from filming. Nobody's going to care in Jane. Like, I mean, we're going to care, but nobody's going to care long enough for Dorit to be on the show. Like,
Mhm.
if you bring her back for a friend of for a conversation that happened 4 months ago, yeah, thanks. Like, so, and that's the. I tried it. I tried for Dorit. Like, oh, what does she have? Phoenix is more interesting than Dorit. Like, Jagger is more
True.
interesting than
I,
Dorit.
lo-
Like,
Absolutely.
I live for Phoenix. Yeah.
I live for exactly like Phoenix. Phoenix is so sweet and shady to her parents. Like,
I know.
oh,
It's
and
so
just the
cute.
FYI, kids are really like
So
that in real
shady.
life. My
But
daughter chases me all the
can
effing
we
time.
discuss how hmm But can we discuss how Phoenix, and I love her, she's a little child, but she's literally growing up in Encino, California, which is, a couple blocks away. How does she have a British accent?
Yeah, it's so confusing.
Well, I
And
will
PK
say
is a
She's a
weirdo.
child of the world.
She's a,
She's a child.
Maybe
I
she's
mean, it's like
creating
the
a little
Osbourne.
England in Encino.
It's
Yeah,
like
you
the
never know.
Osbourne kids. The Osbourne kids also have an accent, and they grew up in Los Angeles. Like literally.
I bet you Blue Ivy doesn't have an accent.
No, she
That
knows
part.
better. Yeah.
So let's talk about something spicy now.
Okay.
Let's spice things up. I wanna talk the hotness. Let's talk about our 2022 crushes on like in the Bravo sphere. I want you guys to name 5 people that you found hot, and I'm gonna start. So
Of course you're gonna start.
yes,
You've been dying to
I've
tell
been
us
You've
this
been
dying to
nice to
list.
start
say
this
this.
part, right?
Okay, no, I want this because I mean this is was the year of the hotness. There's so much hot guy on Bravo shows. We have Winter House, we have Southern Hospitality, we have Vanderpump Rules, we have hot husbands too. Like with some of them, I was like, okay, this is getting spicy. Um, I'm gonna start with Jason Cameron from Winter House. I think he is absolutely hot, and
I will
I saw
co-sign you,
him.
Jason.
Yes, Jason is hot, and in person, is one of those people that you like look and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's really that hot, and even hotter in person. I have also Luke from Winter House. I know people don't like him, but I find him very sexy. Andrea,
So does Ashley.
Andrea. Well, the
Most people
rumors
do.
are that
Like,
they
I
are
mean,
done, but I don't know.
I'm sure she still thinks he's hot though.
Yeah. Andrea also, I think he's hot. I think he is really freaking hot. And in
he smells so
person,
good. He's oh my god.
Oh my
yeah.
god, you sniffed him?
I mean, we took a picture together, so I
Oh.
inhaled like
Yeah. Yeah, you took a
I made
deep
sure to take
breath.
all of
Oh,
that in.
It's a
Yeah.
must.
Yeah.
Like
Like you have
I
You
to
got
like
like
took a
absorb
breath
it
and
all.
counted to 10.
you know what I mean? Like I in luxuriate in that,
Yeah.
when he pulled me close to him, I took a
Yeah.
deep breath and
Right.
you
Just kind of
know.
rubbed yourself on him a little bit.
Well, that's what BravoCon was. Like, I
Yeah.
mean,
I'm gonna add to the list TJ from Southern Hospitality. I think he's really, really cute and a man who
Which
can
one is
make.
he? I'm like looking these people up as you say it.
Uh, I mean, look at his Instagram. I mean,
Which
the
one is
guy.
he?
TJ
TJ,
is the bartender.
the
He's
bartender, and a man who can
Oh,
make
okay.
a drink and can vacuum. Those are talents that you need to look in a man that can make a
okay. So
drink
yeah,
and
there's
vacuum.
there's some hot guys on Southern Hospitality. So I give you that. Like I'm really kind of crushing on Brandon, whose birthday was also a couple days ago. Like
Yes,
yeah, he's pretty effing
that body.
hot. Like
Yes,
all those muscles. He's the trainer. So his body is better than everybody else's body on Southern Hospitality because he's the physical trainer for everybody else's body.
Mm.
I don't mean to lust after that young man, but
How does he smell though?
well, we'll have to wait until next BravoCon to find out. This show is new.
BravoCon 23, baby. We're sniffing everybody.
Oh my god, I sound like such a perv.
No, I'm gonna make us shirts for BravoCon 23. It says like, watch out, we'll sniff you.
We'll sniff you.
and my last pick is the Toms together. Yes, both of them.
Oh, together. Yeah.
Both of
individually,
them
probably not.
together.
Together.
Okay. Yeah.
Because when
Together.
you talk about the Toms, you cannot talk about them individually. It has to be as a group. They are they have the perfect balance. I mean, Tom Schwartz, he has this like golden retriever energy that I love, and then Tom Sandoval has this like wild wolf energy that just together just works so great. And I can only picture what they can do in bed, like together. Allegedly.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
It's all you can picture. It's the only thing you can picture.
And there we go.
I'm gonna
Okay,
give
guys,
you that
so
you
what-
definitely need to visualize them together in bed. I think those two will make things that you will never imagine together.
Ooh.
at
Like
the
Shorts
same
and
time.
Sandy's.
Yeah.
Not like you'll never
Please
met.
look that up on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
Shorts and Sandy.
Yeah.
Right? It puts a whole new meaning to it.
I have a sexy list.
Ooh, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay. So I say my first one is Alexia's husband on The Real Housewives of Miami. What is his name? He is
Okay.
so fine.
Todd.
He
Todd, yeah.
Todd, yes. Todd.
Mhm.
He's authoritative. He dresses well. He looks like he smells good. He has so
When
much.
he like yelled at her
He
son. Oh
loved
my
his
god.
son.
He
I was
missed
like,
it out of
yes,
love.
Oh my god, it was
I
so
was like
hot.
everything. And he was like, I dare you. He's like, I'll fight you back. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
you can have me. You can take it. Like, this is yours. Just do what you want to do. How do you want me? Let's go. I also love Russell, who is Gertie's husband.
Ooh.
The
Yes.
fireman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
ooh,
got that.
Mhm.
tall and
Mhm.
silent and every little thing. He's super
Yeah.
hot. Also, Lisa Milan's husband from Dubai.
Oh my god.
He looks
Yes.
like he's gonna break you back, and he looks
Mhm.
really good.
Them together. Oh
They're
my
so
god.
hot.
Such a beautiful-
I would let them Shorts and Sandy me, honestly.
Oh, anytime you join, like I would be like, take me too. And then Oliver, I think Garcelle's son is really hot. I think he's a
Okay.
really hot guy. I really like Oliver. And then
Okay, Raquel Levis. Okay.
right? Like I really like Oliver. And this might be the dark horse, but there's something about Craig from Summer House that I used to
Yep.
think was really hot until
I
this
would.
last season of Winter House when his ego got too big and he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna buy the room." Other than that, I do like Craig, but I think he just has to figure out how to not be so nouveau riche, and he'll be good.
Impact. So I will match your list.
Yes.
I will match your list. However, I cannot co-sign Craig. Never in a million years. Like I just can't personally.
Same.
You know, I got two OGs that one is just an OG because he's probably the most amazing man on Bravo. RIP Greg Leaks. Like
Oh.
Greg Leaks was
Oh yeah.
married, shag anybody, it would have been Greg Leaks all day. That teddy bear just looked like he could love you and hold you and treat you all the right way and put on some Levert. It was just like everything. Like I love me some Greg Leaks. Like, and also another OG. Like, okay, so I used to have this huge crush on Mauricio, but up until last season, like he just then disgusted me. And then I found out he supported 45, which was just like,
Yep. He did.
so yeah, exactly. So I used to like up until recently, I had the biggest crush on Mauricio, and could nobody tell me nothing. But yeah, that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
And I guess an honorable mention would really be Todd from Atlanta,
Mhm.
because one, he must be breaking
Oh,
Candy back in 3 million pieces because she don't care what her mama say about him.
yeah,
You know she love her mama. Like,
yeah.
sh
Yeah.
like she is just in
Well,
love.
and Candy's freaky deaky, and so like he's got to keep
Mhm.
up. He's like like running laps around that dungeon,
I
you
bet,
know?
Yeah.
and I bet
Yeah.
he keep up all kinds
Ooh.
of keeping up.
Tiny
Oh my
top,
God. Okay,
tiny
down,
top.
girl. Ooh. Ooh.
He's
Packing.
so sexy.
You know
I'm
they
not
have those.
listening for another main husband, but
Love
he
it.
is so yeah.
I love it.
Me
You know they
Love
too.
it.
have like handcuff and everything going on in that bedroom. You know
You know
that for
what? Don't
Yeah.
sure.
threaten me with a good time. Like, see now.
Yes. 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 Oh my gosh. Okay, is it my turn? All
Yes.
right. Okay, so first out the gate, where my mind first went when you said like hottest of the hot on Bravo, might shock you guys. Dr. Nicole Martin. I think honestly is like the sexiest person across the board on Bravo right now. And I know she's not a dude, but that's okay. Like
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
so damn hot. She
We-
is so hot. So instantly that's where I went. And like she's like hot, beautiful, but also she's a doctor. Like she's so smart. So yeah, would bang for sure. Then I think I have to go. I think it was Candy who said Lisa Milan's husband. But I'm gonna just give it to Lisa and him. So spots 2 and 3, because that is a whole lot of a good time right there.
A whole swordy sandwich. Like,
Yes,
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 I'm
yes, yes,
joining. What's a fourth though?
yes. Please, I will. We'll have so much fun, Candy Girl. Oh my god,
Yes, I'm
um,
coming.
so into it. Okay, this is gonna be so weird, you guys, and I'm sorry. Please don't like boot me out of the chat. Seth Marks.
Exit.
No,
Oh yes, yes,
You know
that was
what?
on my list. I
Listen, I
love
don't like
love said Mark.
but I
me
bet
too. Like I want to take a bubble bath with him.
you he's the
Oh
biggest
my
freak.
god, yeah.
Yeah, no, I would stick my toe right in that taint and just like
Yeah.
wiggle it around.
I'm not
that
feeling.
Yeah,
strikes me as everything for Peter
Wow.
Pan.
Amen.
yeah, yeah. And then last but not least, I think Kyle from Summer House. And maybe I just have a thing for mullets. That's weird. I don't know.
Okay, that's
That
But
was pretty cool though. Like,
yeah,
Kyle's fine. Yeah.
there you
Yeah,
go.
he's fine. He's
Yeah.
very yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
thing. When I'm thinking about like sexy right now, I'm not thinking about marrying them or going on a date. I'm just thinking about getting drunk and a one night stand and just having a good
Yeah.
time. You know?
Toe in the taint, like I said. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Whoa.
that's what I want. And I have to tell you, yeah,
Not a
like
toe
said
in the
Mark from the beginning, girl.
Yeah.
And I will give you Candy, Craig. I have always think
Right? Like
one
Craig's
night
a
with
bigot.
Craig, right?
Yes.
Just like, yeah, just I don't need you, I don't need him to speak. I don't need him to do anything, just be there and enjoy the
It's
moment.
better. Yeah, it's better if
And
he doesn't speak.
for my like, yeah. And I'm so sorry, just like out of like also like curiosity, I need to have a one night with Big Daddy Andy Cohen. Like I just need it to happen, you know?
make sure to have those poppers available allegedly.
I'm gonna send this video to him. I'm gonna send this video. I'm gonna send this video to him, this podcast to him, so I can set that up for you, Andy, because we are gonna make that happen in 2023 for you. We're manifesting
we
for
go.
you.
There we
Yeah.
go. I mean, honestly,
I'm
all you need to do
visualizing
is you just need to be in the virtual audience of Watch What Happens Live, because he is like eyeing some of those guys down so
Mhm.
intensely.
Yeah, I heard it goes down in the audience. Like,
Yeah. There you go.
casting couch.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh,
No, like not in a bad way, but like, remember
sexy.
that show? She was
Andy
like,
consents.
room
He
23.
consents, you know?
yeah.
I'm
I used to
gonna
love
say-
it when you said that.
I'm gonna say one thing. I never found Andy Cohen sexy or like my type or anything like that. There's something about him that you kind of like make me feel a little eh. But for a one night stand, I'll be like, why not? He seems to be fun, ish. But
I do it
he
for the
also
story.
gives the vibe that he's the type of person who just lays in bed and does nothing, and that's why he doesn't do anything for me.
I
He's
could
a
see that.
pillow princess.
Yeah.
I would think that he would seem
And
like a good
you know who, like, I mean, I'm sorry, but Sergio from Dubai, I think he also will be like, I
A
don't
pillow
know.
princess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Sergio
I'm
is
so
like he's the
beautiful,
kind of guy that's
just
lazy.
enjoy me. I don't have to do anything. I just get to show up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, no, sweetie, that's my part.
I'm yes. We can't just both lay here. That's
Right.
going to happen.
Somebody's gotta do
Somebody
something.
has to put in some effort. I swear to
Who
God,
you
that's
guys
not going to
think?
happen.
Who you guys think is the kinkiest one of everyone of all these guys?
God.
I'm
All the
gonna say
guys.
Candy
Yeah.
Burris and Seth Marks.
Oh yeah,
Could
Seth.
you
Ooh,
imagine the two of
yeah,
them together? Yikes. They
yeah.
would
Could you
burn
imagine
down
the
the house.
foursome between all
Oh my
Candy,
god.
Todd, Seth, and Meredith?
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
honestly, I feel like the only time that Meredith Marks isn't disengaging is like in the bedroom. I bet she gets so weird.
Gets engaged.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
puts on so many blazers. It's like crazy.
So many feathers happen.
Yeah.
The feathers
They have
everywhere. Yeah.
those sex toys are feathers. I'm
Yes.
telling you, they all feather up. Like they all
Yeah.
have like
In a
feather
a
coat.
wide array of colors. Yeah.
You know who I think is
In
a
a movie.
low-key super freak? Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine. Do you guys remember when they took, was it the Vegas trip? And she
Yes.
was like, let's go to get the whips and the chains and the outfits. And she's always talking about like the V shot. I bet you Dr. Jackie low-key has her own sex dungeon and she does
Dr. Jackie's a
anything.
freak.
I bet you she's low-key super freaky with everybody but her husband. I don't think they I don't think
I
they
think it's new to her husband. When he cheated on her and she got caught in public, she learned to turn that freak on, and that's what that therapy kept her in loosening those hours. Is keeping her
100%.
husband. But she's absolutely turning that freak on him and showing that it's keeping her man where she wants him. So she's trying to teach them girls something. Well, maybe she may not need to teach Toya.
She doesn't need to teach Toya. See, but I think with Dr. Jackie and her husband, I think they have an agreement. I think it's like cheaper to keep them. I think they have that huge house. He has a wing, she has a wing, and it's almost like familial now. Like they're almost like brother and sister. I don't think they're knocking the boots. I don't get any sexual tension from the two of them at all. But I don't think she wants to get divorced because she has the most money and she would have to pay him.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. I can say that. Like,
freak. I think she's basically like, don't embarrass me anymore. Like, if you're gonna do your thing, like, lock it up.
Talking about like crazy stuff like that, who
Mm-hmm.
do we think is the worst house husband? And I think we all can agree on this right now.
like 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Lenny.
Lenny!
Like that fucking asshole.
Oh my god.
That part, Philly.
No.
That part.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Like oh my.
If a yeast
Everything that a man
yeast
could do
infection
wrong.
was a person, it would be Lenny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so disgusting.
It's like
Sorry, guys.
I just can't imagine.
Don't apologize. We're all thinking it.
Like we're all thinking it. He's just an awful human being.
But
I
so
can't-
is the girlfriend too. I mean, that video that's going around today of her licking her lips, and it's just like they were so enjoying themselves. They like really liked watching Lisa squirm, which is really sad.
Yeah, that's to me. That's like sadistic,
that guy.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's sadistic. It's like you can do something shady. Okay, I get it. We're all humans, whatever. But it's when you take pleasure in knowing that what you're doing is actively hurting somebody else.
Right.
That's when it's like sadistic.
Yeah. And
I
whether
wanna
he
hear you.
whether he loves her or not anymore, they have kids together forever. And
Lenny's
so
a narcissist. He
Yeah,
can't
he's
love
awful.
anybody. He can't love anybody.
awful.
Philly
Those
Diva, I
kids
know
are
you
gonna
have a
see
lot to
that.
say.
Those kids are going to see that, and when those kids see that, and those kids, the judge is going to see that, the lawyers are going to see that. All of this is like, I'm not smiling because that's cruel. I am smiling because the karma that's going to come Lenny's way is going to be wonderful, and I can't wait to see it. Like, and I I can't wait for that young girl to leave him for the next rich man or to
Yeah.
take, because once that money's gone, she's not going to stick around for him to rebuild because Lenny is going to have to rebuild.
Right, and we already know, like, the wine room's already broken. His life is falling apart.
Yes.
So she's not going to stay around for much longer.
Yeah.
She'll be going soon enough. So I can't wait for the misery that is going to commence. And I hope that it is public. I hope that it is repetitive and consistent. And I hope it stings like fucking alcohol in an open wound. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I just.
Oh
I
my
agree.
God, I love this.
And
I
think,
love this.
Me too. And I think like there's something sinister going on with the girl. Like, I don't know.
Yes, she's fucking weird. She's so weird.
But what I mean is, like, I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like she's running a scam on him.
She
is.
I
feel like she's scamming the hell out of him, and something's going to happen where she's either going to like take his money or convince him to do some stupid investment where she's going to double cross him. Like, it's a gut feeling that she's setting him up in some way. Like, somehow it's not just her being like, I hate the term gold digger, but just being like, oh, I just want to get a rich man and bag him. I think exactly, like, there's something sinister going on where she's really setting him up for the complete okie doke.
Okay,
and
that's what he deserves.
I'm not expecting her to be a city girl because she's white. She's a fucking city girl. It's about to be city girls a million.
Yep.
Boys zero. Like, it's going down in these streets, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
100%.
It's giving Jennifer Love Hewitt and Heartbreakers.
There you go. There you go.
Sure.
And I think his money's funny. I think there's something up with his money. It's going to come out that he either doesn't have as much or he's running some type of scheme. But I think Lenny's money is a little funny. And I bet Lisa is going to be very happy that she won't be implicated in whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Because something's not right. There's a fly in the milk there. There's a fly in the milk there. And that girl is going to stab him in the back. I feel it. She's doing something shady. It's going to be like an episode of American Greed.
Because I mean, I'm sorry. Like, when you look like she does, she's a beautiful girl. She clearly is running in circles where she's meeting these types of men. She could find another rich man that isn't going to make her the laughing stock of America. She is subjecting herself to such public ridicule and hatred right now. And for what? So I think there's got to be more to it, because what respectable 20-something-year-old girl is just going to be willing to be dragged through the mud for Lenny fucking Hochstein, regardless of how rich he is? She can find any other rich guy. There's lots of rich guys,
I'm sure he has friends.
Yeah.
I think she wants to be part of the housewife somehow, and she thought that maybe this was her way into the circle. That's
she was following Lisa, so could be, She's been
following Lisa. She's been following the story. She knows what's happening. And like Candy said, I do agree that there's a very suspicious like energy around her.
Yes.
Like there is something more than just what we see, because it's true, she does have access to this rich man. Why would you do that to yourself? There has to be something more than just fucking the plastic surgeon that honestly, he's not even that good looking. He looks like a gnome.
Right. Well, in that video, again, that is going around of them in the club, I mean, she looks directly into the camera, which we know Lisa is on the other end of that camera, and she's licking her lips. Like, she's not hiding her face. She wanted to be, she was relishing in all of it. And to me, that says like, okay, you're getting a lot more out of this than just dating this guy.
Yeah.
100%.
So guys, I want to ask you a question now that we're talking about Lenny and this whole situation. Which one do you think it's the best friend in this circle lady to Lisa, and who's been there? Or do you think that the cast is doing the whole like lifting her up, in this process?
Okay.
Lenny's mom.
Larsa Pippen.
Thank you, because Lenny's mom changed her mind.
Of course she did.
I don't know how much money
she paid by her son. So anybody in the payroll is going to go with Lenny.
Right. Yeah. On the show, though, I feel like none of them, I mean, it's still so fresh, but I feel like on the show, I don't know. It's hard to see any of them because Lisa's kind of not even really been around. They're just kind of talking about her while she's off dealing with it so far. But it will be interesting to see who kind of rallies around here. From what I hear, it seems like Larsa's going to be the one that really, follows through.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were on Watch What Happens live together.
We're
And
gonna
so
be seeing Leah
Larsa
Black
and
coming
Lisa.
too.
And they were actually in the club together that night that was filmed, like when she
Yeah.
And I also think it's Larsa more so because during those conversations, even when Lisa wasn't there and she was on speaker, Larsa was like, "Listen, I just want to, tell you I love you.
Mhm.
We'll talk when I get back." That means to me, when these cameras aren't rolling, you and I are going to have a private conversation. And then there was another time, listen, we're going to talk about what needs to happen next, as in, you need to get with my lawyer.
Mhm.
Like, there are seeds she's dropping that are very, very important. And I don't think Lisa's like picking them up, in those moments.
Right.
She's having to say, "I'll talk to you off camera." So
Yeah.
for that reason alone, because Gertie has the big face and that gives very emotion on camera. Yeah. And then, Alexa, I love when Alexa, speaks in her Spanglish and she get hyped because we all wanted Alexa to ride with us.
Mhm.
But I think at
Oh
the end,
no, is that me?
really being her friend is Larsa, like who's giving her what she needs. I'm thinking it's going to be Larsa. She's been there.
Yeah, and you're right, because Larsa even said it on the show that once, like the first day when everything went down, she cried with Lisa in the hotel room until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning off camera. And then I think that Larsa and Lisa truly had a real friendship. They had that little riff with like the reunion, and then like that stupid riff they had about, oh, your condo is for like OnlyFans and you have a mortgage. That was so stupid. But I think they have a genuine friendship, and I agree. I think that Larsa has been the one that most recently has gone through very similar stuff where it's like, oh, I thought I was going to have a forever life with this person, and it turns out now I'm divorced and starting over.
Right.
But I will say this about Larsa, girl. I actually like Larsa, but where she missed me was with the whole, you just live off of Lenny, and this is Lenny stuff, and I bought all this with my own money. Sweetheart, you're still called Larsa what? Pippen. So you lived off of Scottie Pippen your entire life, and this is no tea, no shade, because I think anybody who's married, what's yours is yours, and what's theirs is like it comes together. It's
Totally.
partnership. So I thought she was dead wrong trying to go after her for that. And yeah, Larsa, you might have like a build a body like a Kardashian, but you would not be the person on OnlyFans if again you were not Larsa what? Pippen. Because to be honest, you look like a dime a dozen. I can open my Instagram account and have like 20 different Larsas right now. The only reason why you're popping is because you're a Pippen. So,
well, and Scottie Pippen invested in that Build-A-Body, which now is her product. She wouldn't have had that without him.
Thank you. And you have to listen to people because they always tell them themselves. What she said was, well, I got this with my own money. I didn't use any of my divorce money. But she didn't say I didn't get any divorce money. She said she didn't use any of it. Must be nice. Must be nice to have all your divorce money that you can just hold on to and spend. But thanks to your OnlyFans account,
so I guess that means she was right. That was the OnlyFans condo, because if she didn't use the money from the divorce,
what else money does she have?
Yeah, that's why she got so upset about it.
She got upset. A hit dog will holler.
I mean, the same thing with Lisa. She got upset about the mortgage thing because it struck a nerve. Because she was like, "Shit, do I have a morttage?" Like,
she didn't know.
That's why you're renting your house out every weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
which, like, by all means, girlfriend, I would if people wanted to rent my backyard for parties, but I would be renting it out.
I was like, if I could rent my house out every weekend to pay my mortgage, done.
We popping. Everybody invited. RSVP. Everybody come. Everybody come. It's fine.
Yeah. Like, we want to turn on the Alexa and get the party started. Like,
exactly. Yes. There's no shame. There's no shame.
So we all agreed that Miami definitely is the best ensemble this year. 2022
Miami
was
is
the year of
definitely
Miami's fire.
It's giving everything I need. It has comedy, it has shade, it has like culture, it has events. It literally has everything we want from our housewives. Like, we want
money.
to
Money,
That's right.
cars, houses,
So
pools,
Lex's
boats, like
garage.
a garage in the sky. A
And
garage
also,
in the sky.
I like that these ladies actually seems to like each other, unlike other franchises who I think is the worst this year.
Well,
They
there's enough of them where there's like actual real dynamics, and it's like the problem on Salt Lake City, for example, is there's so few of them that it's really like a fine like cut line right down the middle. But on Miami, there's like 9 of them, and so you can't really slice it down the middle. There's a lot of different dynamics there, and it makes for really really riveting TV compared to a show with like 5 housewives that all just hate each other.
Or especially when you get Marisol admitting she does coke.
I love Marisol.
on national
No fucks
TV.
given. No
Zero.
fucks given.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm not a purchaser. I'm a consumer.
She like looked into the camera and was like, "Hey, audience, anyone got a bump?"
Basically, she's
Right.
whatever. But you know why Miami is so great? I know it's such a buzzword, but it's authenticity. Like these women truly have known each other for years, and even like the new ones, they still have like genuine connections, and their storylines and personalities are real. This is actually their life.
They're from the same world. They're from the
world.
same
And then,
bubble, you know.
And then in the other ones, like Salt Lake City, I was so disappointed in this season because I love Salt Lake City, but I felt like this season was so flat was because you could tell the work was showing. Who's going to fight who? What is the storyline going to be? Who is the alliance? And blah, 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 blah. It just got to like all of the slips were showing, all of the work was showing, and none of it felt genuine. I was just like, oh, so Heather's going after Whitney, got it. Whitney's going to be Team Lisa, got it. Meredith is going to beat the whole hot mic moment to death, got it. Jen's going to have a breakdown, got it. Angie, Dana, boring because they're just in an alliance. They're like the new Fox Force 5, got it. It was just like boring. I'm like, I see all the work showing. Like I could write the next 5 episodes because it's that contrived.
Well, and you get a sense that like these ladies, none of them would really hang out if it weren't for the show. Like maybe like 2 of them would be off doing one thing and 2 would be off doing the other, but like this group would never be together. Whereas on Miami, like, yeah, some of them might not all like each other, but the dynamic with the entire group, like it makes sense. And you would believe like, yeah, all 9 of these women would totally be at a party together. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know? The thing is, I actually think that the opposite. I think that, and I'm talking about Salt Lake City, I actually think that Lisa and Meredith, their friendship would be fine. They would survive it. They would be fine. They'd be cool. Because I don't buy this whole Meredith against Lisa crap. Like it's just a lot. I think right now they're just in their hurt feelings. But I think if it wasn't for the show and the need for a storyline, I actually think that their friendship would be fine. And I think the same thing with Heather and Whitney.
Absolutely.
Like, I think
that may be true, but then they all would have never come together to begin with. Like Heather and Lisa and Meredith would have never been friends. And
no. They had real friendships before.
They had exactly.
Well, that's why they came together. Yeah.
But didn't Lisa pretend like she didn't know who Heather was? Like she was that whole first season. She was like, I don't know you. I don't know.
No, but Lisa and Meredith were friends for like decades. Yeah.
And I've never finished an entire season from beginning to finale on Salt Lake City because of this reason. The storylines just seem very, very much forced in one aspect or another. Like they just can't flow through. And this was like, you don't have any comedic relief there. Like there's no funny person to break up the tension. Like Mary's not there to just women. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's little, like Mary was just serious in everything she said and she meant it. And she had her faults. I'm not saying she was perfect, but she gave a different energy to the show. And it's lacking. There's no fun in Salt Lake City. Like I can't even get a good kiki moment without it being some kind of tension or problem to solve or over the looming shad fucking court case that's coming. Like it's just always something and it's never fun. That was the problem with Beverly Hills. Like the fun just is not here anymore. Like,
yeah.
If I have to give you an hour plus commercial, like, 42 minutes plus commercials, sis, can we get it together, please?
No, it's true. I
Yeah.
mean, there was
agree.
once upon a time where the Real Housewives was, Lisa Vanderpump bringing a tiny pony on a private jet plane. Like that is what we want to see. Like
Everyone was watching the chicken with Dawn.
yes, like that is the Real Housewives at its core, at its essence.
Yeah, I'm tired of the.
Wait, you don't
everything
wash
is-
chicken with dish soap? I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Wait, what?
Only the
Just make
blue
sure,
one.
people, if you
Only
go to
the blue
Candy's,
one.
If you go
Got
to
it,
Candy's
got
house,
it.
don't eat the chicken. Don't
You
eat
guys,
the chicken if you go to
you guys want to
Candy's.
come over for Friendsgiving?
Oh my God.
You guys want to come over?
No, what I was going to say, that's why I am so tired of Beverly Hills. And it's sad to say because that's my favorite franchise. That's my core franchise. And I'm exhausted just thinking about what's coming next because I'm pretty sure it's some dumb, stupid storyline. And like, I'm tired of the Erica Jane. Yes, I know we have to talk about it. I know they have to talk about it, but I'm tired. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm over Lisa Rinna and her negative energy. I'm over the Fox 45. I need them to no. I don't need them to recast everybody, but I need them to break that group because the franchise is really stale. And they need to start bringing people who are going to balance it. Like you said, Blake, like Miami works because you can split it in half. You have dynamics happening, intertwined with dynamics. I'm tired of always knowing that you have 5 people on this side trying to control the narrative when whoever comes in is pushed out because these lady don't like him. Don't like them. That's what it is. And Salt Lake City had the same issue. It's like, first off, all the storylines are so like contrived. The friendships, they're not friends, and you can tell they hate each other. So we are hate watching this show, and at this point, if they cancel Salt Lake City, I will not care. The only person that I will remove from the show and maybe give them a spot on a different show will be Lisa Barlow because she can
Just
say
put her
what
on American Idol. Go on The Voice. She's
Oh
fine.
my
There you go.
God. Like, do y'all really think she can sing, or am I like not getting in on the joke?
No.
Like,
No, not at all.
because
She
people are really
she
big
thinks
for
she
her, and
can
I'm like,
really sing.
I did like, am I not in on the joke? Am I not getting
No.
it? Like,
The only person not in on the joke is Lisa Barlow.
Okay.
She truly thinks she's getting a record deal out of all of this, and it's
jeez.
hilarious.
I'm like, there are a lot of posts saying that she could
I
really love this.
I love Lisa Barlow because, and I haven't always loved her. I love her this season because she's a housewife who is so like unintentionally funny. She doesn't realize she's being funny. She doesn't get why everyone's laughing, but she's just like happy to be a part of the joke. She's like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, baby gorgeous, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. She has no clue.
And I get that about her, and I wish there was more of that in the show, like that kind of energy in the show where I could watch it. Like, I can't just watch a show for one. Like, I can't watch an ensemble cast for one show or one person.
Totally.
Like,
It's not the baby gorgeous show, whether we want it to be or not. It's just not.
It's
just not.
But without her, what else would it be?
I mean,
Like, that's the thing.
Heather's black eye.
It's like they're forcing. Oh, you guys, I had so much karma. So listen, I'm sick right now, which is sad. But the other day, I was in my room and the lights were out, and I don't know what I was doing. And I turned around and I clocked myself in my forehead with the door. And the first thing I said was, Heather Gay is here giving me all of the smoke because I was clouding her for a fake ass black eye. If anybody out there can't get a black eye from running into the door. Trust me.
But see, the difference is you're not sitting here being like, I don't know what happened, guys. Like, but I know who did it, but I don't know who did it.
like I've also done that before. Like, I mean, I was drunk and it was dark at night. So
I wasn't even drunk. Like, I was like 100% sober. I have no excuse except for I was just like running around in my room in the dark for no reason because I have lights. Popped me dead in my head. I'm not kidding. It was a big old knot. Like a
Just
huge
blame it on Jen Shaw.
Well, you know what?
Everyone
I don't want to talk about it, but like somebody else talk about it. But like,
First
I don't
rule of
wanna
Fight
talk
Club.
about it until somebody else talks about it. So you don't know what happened. I never said that. I'm just trying to protect myself.
You know what's more embarrassing though? That she's waiting to release this goddamn awful book to
Oh,
let you know what happened. I'm telling you, I'm
God.
already calling it the goddamn awful book because I heard about this book for like almost a year. I'm tired, and this like bad Mormon like personality she had created. I'm bored. I'm gonna be so bored reading that book because I'm gonna give it a try. Maybe like an audio listen, one of those like audio books. I'm not taking the time to read page by page, but like you are trying to sell the story on your own book, something that happened while filming. It needs to be revealed during filming. Like start playing with this stuff. Like I'm a
Yeah.
100% sure that nothing happened and she's just trying to like play this like, oh yeah, the mysterious Heather, it just happened that she just bumped into something and just got a black eye. That's stupid shit.
I'm surprised that Bravo would even like let that happen, you know? So I don't even think that I don't think it's gonna be revealed in her book. I think she's just like using that as a way to try and sell her book,
Oh
but
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
think
Yeah.
there's gonna be anything about that in there.
There's not going to be anything about
no,
that in
there
there
won't
because
be.
time wise, it didn't happen when the book.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Like she's not going like the book should be about her getting out of the religion and the trauma that it caused her and whatever that bad Mormon story is, because that would to me would make sense if you were actually writing a book called Bad Mormon about being a bad Mormon. But hey, what do I know? I just got a degree. Anyway,
Okay, Dr. Wendy.
I
like I
so
don't get
great.
what I mean, what
Yeah.
Heather's trying to do. Like, I don't get anything about her. Like, the first two seasons, I enjoyed Heather because she was just kind of
Ugh.
go with the flow and she was fun girl and you could see her businesses happening, but then she's trying to make like she's trying to be Kyle. She's
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
be a pot stir by keeping her hands dirty and she doesn't know how to do that.
Yes.
I have
Like,
a question. Does anybody think Bravo doesn't know who gave Heather the black eye? Because I mean, I'm not a detective, but if you have all of the footage up until the exact moment it happened, how did the footage just magically cut off right then and there?
Yeah, I think they're all fucking with us.
They
I
all
think
know the cameras even audio.
I think it was
So
Jen
like
Shaw.
if there was a fight or anything, they have it.
Yeah, I think it
yeah,
was Jen Shaw, and I think Heather's like, Jen Shaw is going to take me out if I say anything. She has the court case coming up. She's already going to jail, but then Heather is, Heather, pick me, Heather. So she wants to say she's a ride or die, but then, her codependency kicks in and she has to tell the whole world just how loyal she is. So yeah, and I think Bravo doesn't want the smoke. They don't want the lawsuit, and I think that's why. And I actually think that's why they didn't invite Jen to BravoCon or to the reunion, is because the way she dragged Heather.
I have
So
another
she-
conspiracy theory. I have another conspiracy theory. I want to
go,
share with you
go, go,
guys.
Eddie,
Woo!
go,
Let's
go.
go. Let's keep with this one. You know what I think though? I think the Heather Gay might have gotten some Botox at a beauty lab before the trip, and the bruising doesn't come out after a few days. It was placed in the wrong place, and she doesn't want bad publicity for her place, so she's making this whole story about something that happened. Because if you look at her eye when they went to the trip in the previous episode, yeah, it's not black and like it's not like bruised, but there is some kind of like swollen near the eye area, and it's gotten worse, worse, and worse. Obviously, as the days go by, so I think, maybe the fillers or the Botox were not placed in the right place, and it's just that's the reaction to it. And now you don't want the smoke towards your business, so you're making this whole thing to be like, oh my god, somebody walked into my room and punched me in the face, and that's not it.
yeah,
No,
see,
Yeah, I agree.
I don't. Then where did the bites and the scratch marks come from on her arm?
I mean, they were all rough housing. They were talking about how at one point Jen Shaw jumped on top of her and was like slapping her in the face with her boobs. Like, I feel like it would be very easy to wake up with scratch marks. I feel like I definitely think you've kind of nailed it, Eddie. I
yeah,
think
the
it was a
scratch
bad
marks,
procedure, and she's trying to twist it into something dramatic, thinking that it'll, give her some storyline on the show, but we can all see through it. We're not as dumb as they like to think we are. We're
Yeah.
dumb, but we're not that dumb.
we're not that dumb. Like, I was born at night, but not last night.
But
Like,
why does she keep? Why does she keep milking it though?
because would you rather
Camera
look at their
time.
storyline or would you rather say, the dermatologist misplaced my Botox instead of going right here?
No. I don't mean that. I mean like if what she's covering up is that she got a botched, procedure at Beauty Lab, why does she keep that going so long? Like, I'm just putting myself in that position. If I am the CEO of Beauty Lab, I get a procedure and it messes up, and then I have to have this cover story. I'm going to have the cover story, but then I'm going to let it go. I wouldn't keep milking it because she has enough of a storyline because she's fighting with everybody.
Does she
I
really?
don't know. That just doesn't, on a gut level. That doesn't feel right to me. Just on a gut level.
Yeah.
Like, which is why, again, I can't finish a whole damn season of Salt Lake City. Like, nothing makes
Yeah.
effing sense. We can't finish a storyline from beginning to end. Like, can I just let you guys know, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention. We're not even at the midway point.
Yep.
Like, what has have you gotten?
I actually heard that they shortened the season
Please, God,
significantly. So we actually only have, from what I read, there's only 2 episodes left.
Good.
Really?
So yeah,
You know
that's what
what?
I read.
Did they say
Goodness,
why
we
they
made it
shortened
the last
it?
season?
I don't know, but apparently, you know, that one scene, and I'm hoping I'm wrong about this. This is just what I heard. But that one scene from the trailer where Dana is like yelling at Jen Shaw about like putting money on her books. Apparently, that whole thing is cut now. They're like getting ready to wrap up. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, Jen Shaw beat up Heather. Yep.
Yes. Jen Shaw beat up, Jen Shaw fucked up Salt Lake City.
Yep, something went down. Something
This
went
is
down.
the
I mean,
last
she-
season. Say goodbye.
You know what? Jen Shaw really did destroy this show. And what's crazy about it is for a while, Jen and her scandals were what seemed to make the show. And it almost feels like Salt Lake flew too close to the sun. You know what I mean? Like it was just too much too soon. And it, you know, something that burns that bright has to fizzle eventually.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And talking about fizzling, I want to talk about the worst newbies of this year. And I want to toss 2 names.
Done.
Jen Austin from the OC and Diana Jenkins from Beverly Hills. And because we're gonna talk about Diana Jenkins, I want Philly to take Diva, I want you to take the mic now because you have a story this year with her, and I need you to share with everybody because this was hot. This was hot, and I was there reading the comments, and I'm like, ooh, this lady, this Diana Jenkins is, yeah, no, it's not
Okay.
it. So I want you to take the mic right now.
Okay, so picture it. June 16th, 2022. It's a Thursday. Matter of fact, the 17th, because it's my mom's birthday. I'm chilling. It's the day after Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills has now aired for a few weeks now. Like, it's not, I think it premiered like in late May, early June. So, again, it's like 3 or 4 episodes in. So my family, my friends, they could give a rat's ass about Bravo. Like, they don't care. They're not checking for me when I ask them, did you see this? So because I had been like in people's YouTube channels and that kind of thing, I decided to open up my own little Instagram page. First day, guys, I got like a couple of pictures of me at an Up and Adam event, the Spilling Tea event in New York with a couple of people. And I have a meme that I found on Twitter of Diana Jenkins from, I guess, 20 years ago in her confessional look. And the picture already had its, caption on it saying, I can't wrap my head around that this is the same person. So my caption said, the person on the left must be the refugee from Bosnia who shops at outlet stores, and the other one is allergic to dust. Now, no shade against her looks, no shade this one is ugly or that, because that's not, but that was my little bit of shade because she's not really, that's what she's talking about. She jumps in my comments. How dare you? Like, she accused me of photoshopping. Like, it was weird. So I replied, like, oh my God, you have time today. Because I did tag her. I mean, but again, on my personal page, I've tagged people and nobody ever replied. She had the time. She replied. She gave her energy. So I gave it right back. She accused me of photoshopping. She said, I do so much good, and how dare you, and blah 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 blah. Well, then I replied, well, thank you for taking the time. You still have not denied that both pictures are you, and that's all I said. One is different than the other. I am just replaying back to you what you brought to the show. But you know what, sweetheart, you keep that same energy with the white content creators that are over on Twitter who say you don't have a storyline and should be fired. But that's okay. To which she replied, oh, it must not feel good to be a black content creator. So then I replied, it actually does, but thank you very much. And here it was about maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I go to bed. I wake up at like maybe 5 o'clock in the morning because my phone is like bzz, 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 bzz. And I'm like, yo, what the F? And I look at my phone and I'm like, okay, my God, my mom is like in the hospital. No, it's my Instagram just holy crap. And it was just like, oh. And then somebody was like, make sure you screenshot what she says. Make sure you pin what she says. Make sure you save this. Oh my God, this is really going down. I called my boss like, I know I'm supposed to be productive, but I'm way too distracted with what's going on right now. Like, I'm having a moment. She's like, I don't care. Get your work done. I can't. Like, I'm just sending her stuff like, okay, this is what you're getting. And it was like this entire surreal moment because I felt like I just dared to give my opinion. And I didn't insult her, I didn't make fun of her looks. People do that and people call her names. I don't, like that's not my bag and has never been my bag. But at the same time, if you're going to try to shade me, keep that same energy because I'm coming right back. I'm coming right back for you. It's multiple degrees. It's I'm pretty fly on my own and it's a quick rip. Like you don't want none of this. So when she put up that apology, I didn't give a F because I was still blocked. Like she blocked me. And by the time she unblocked me, she deleted it. So that showed me her character. The same thing she did with Garcelle. Like she insulted Garcelle and then said, oh, but I do so much for your country. I don't know what kind of savior complex you have, sweetheart, but I'm not here for it. Like, I'm not here for it. So she can go.
And that's why she get the Jack Hole of the Year.
Of the year, she can go. Like, I dug deep on her and I found more instances of that same type of, insensitive racial behavior. So choke on one, you can go.
Yep, and Diana Jenkins has this. She uses her like being an immigrant as an excuse, and that is so not true because she's been working with companies, English speaking companies, her whole entire life. She moved to England like many years ago. She lived in LA for a very long time. So
She has a bachelor's degree in finance from the University of London. Bitch, I know you can speak English. Like, who are you really talking to? So you have a degree, which I'm sure you've had to study English comprehension. And to say then, oh, I meant black, like darkness. No, that black is a lowercase b, not a capital B, which you use to address me as in a black person. Like, I'm not, I'm very intelligent.
Yes.
Like you don't want it with me. Like, don't come for me unless I send for you. And I really didn't send for you in that way.
Yeah.
Period.
Philly, I love you and I send love and support. And I'm also a Black content creator. So I understand how that must have felt. And I just want to
Thank
say
you.
I'm really sorry she said that to you. And I think that context matters. Like her excuse doesn't make any sense because just like you laid out, you said, oh, well, you have all the smoke for me. But what about like the other white people on Twitter who are saying things that are even worse, but yet you feel that you have the right to berate me like I'm a child or I'm someone that you have authority over when you're your own fully fledged person. So then her response saying it must be not feel good or whatever the hell she said to be a Black content creator is in direct response to race. she cannot then say, oh, what I meant was dark content. Well, we weren't talking about dark content. We were talking about the race of content creators. And you responded, Black content creator. Therefore, that's exactly what you meant. So she cannot use that excuse that she didn't understand. She cannot use the excuse that she was talking about, dark or negative content, because in the context of the conversation, you were talking about race.
And that was it. Like,
and that's not her first not even microaggression, but direct aggression.
No, not at all. That was the first public.
When she said to Garcelle, oh, because I have my privilege. What comes before the word privilege? White.
White.
White. Basically, what she said was, you need to do what I say and get with my team because of my white privilege. I have money and access. That's really what she said to Garcelle.
That's what she was saying.
It was so condescending.
Yeah. But I love you, Philly, and I stand with you. And I'm really, really sorry she said that. You didn't deserve that.
And I appreciate that. And it was crazy. Like, her friend was in my DMs. Like, she's not like that.
Was it paid by Cherie?
Like,
was it Cherie Champini?
I wish it was, because she's from Philly. Like,
exactly.
Like, no, she had appeared on also on Housewives. This was Leah Badenfield. I think that's how you pronounce it. But like, I think that was her assistant who gets the rooms together. But she really was just like, she's not that type of person, and don't and nothing. Don't, like, you can stop, period, got in the sentence.
She's not racist. She sleeps with black guys.
Yeah, like, women, she's not racist. I'm her friend and I'm half Asian. That was legit what she said.
Okay.
Woo.
Okay.
I like to unpack right there.
Like, okay.
So, Philly, thank you for sharing that. And, I love you. I truly, truly do. And that's why we're going to brand Diana Jenkins the asshole of the year for this type of stuff. She went after the people who keeps Bravo's lights on, period. Bravo's lights.
Is crazy. I had 10 followers that day. Like,
oh my God.
10. They were literally just the people that I knew from like the YouTube chats, like 10 people. By the time I woke up, I think I was like maybe at 1,500.
Wow.
And today, I hover between 10, 5, and 7 and 8, like, but still, like, in a season, like, people don't really get that, and I'm super, super grateful for everybody that's been showing me love and support consistently throughout, and they're like, it really means a lot. Like, I'm very grateful and I'm very humble for the experience. So I really,
we love you.
We love you.
Yeah.
So much.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
We're sending you so much heart. I'm telling you. I mean, and this is why we love doing this, because I mean, we share this love for Bravo. We have gone through many years of, sharing this, and we have the opportunity to finally speak to each other, to create content together. And I'm just really happy that you are here. I mean, when you say yes without skipping a beat, when I asked you, I was like, I was very like honored, because like you do have a very positive take on your Instagram, and I love that. I love when people focus on the positive and the shady and the fun, but that's what we're here for. Some people out there, other people, including housewives, take this to such a dark place sometimes. And like Diana Jenkins did, she dragged so many of those Bravo content creators into a mess that you didn't deserve it. So
thank you.
I'm just happy you're here, and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I want to ask each one of you guys. We already know that Diana is like undisputed asshole of the year, but who else should be named one of like the worst newbies in 2022?
Mine, I don't know if people are going to agree with this because she was pretty polarizing, but this isn't just my worst newbie of 2022, but just on my best and worst list. She's part of my worst of 2022 list. Noella Bergener. I did not like Noella.
I tried to.
I tried to too.
I think there was a lot of potential there. I think when she was cast, it seemed like a good casting decision, but ultimately the woman that they picked was not the same woman that started filming. Her life was completely different at that point. And yeah, she just felt very fake and phony to me, very contrived. She was doing the most, and I don't know. I was really excited for the last season of Orange County, and I feel like she was part of it not feeling like it really gelled.
It definitely felt very forced. Like that was actually my first season of OC.
Oh,
And I feel like I'm only going back because Timmer is coming on. And I understand that is a movement. Like I get that. So I'll be watching. But I just wasn't checking for OC in the past. Like I could get the moments on, I could get the good moments on Instagram. Like it's not from what I understand, it hasn't been that great for a while. So I didn't feel like I was missing much. Like I had
yeah.
enough of my other Bravo stuff to kind of keep me filled. Like I had my Married to Medicines and my other franchise shows. I didn't need OC.
Yeah.
I was torn on Noella. Like, I do think she was going through something that happened right when she started filming and she kind of lost it a little bit. But I also like that she gave the business to Heather Dubrow because I love fancy. I love Heather Dubrow, but I also keep it real. And I like that there was someone on the show to check her because all the other women were just bowing down and, kissing the ring when it came to Heather Dubrow, but Noella was actually bringing it. So I like that aspect of Noella. I think I would have liked to see her maybe when she's not going through a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you know what I mean? Like, I think if she had her wits about her, she would have actually been a really dynamic housewife, which is why I agree. I think they probably cast her when she was in a better place. And then her whole world kind of crumbled. But so I think that's kind of why I'm on the fence with her. I don't the newbies. I know people like really like Dana and Angie K on Salt Lake City. I can't. There's just because I see it's too contrived and like I see the work. It's like, okay, Dana's gonna go after Jen. Angie K is gonna pretend like she's Jen's friend, and then she's gonna bring up the party stuff. But we all know that $15K was basically just an entry fee to be on the show. Like she only wanted to host the party because she wanted to be on the show. She wanted a moment, and it's very clear that Angie H is the real one, pulling all the strings in the back. I think Angie H, Angie K, Dana, and Heather Gay have their own alliance going on. And it's very, very clear. That's why they had the little side powwows that we would see. So, but overall newbie, I can't think. Yeah, I can't think of any other. Who else is new on the shows? Actually, my number one and not hate. I don't mean hate in like an actual evil way, but my number one dislike new person is Jessica on Winter House. I can't stand that hoe. Can't stand her.
Oh, so yeah. So she's on my worst 5.
Yes. Yes.
My worst 5 is actually, I call them Jessica Croy.
Oh.
Yeah, because I can't stand Croy. I can't stand Jessica. I can't stand the two of them together. Like the two of them are gross. He's such a douchebag frat boy. Like it's just the worst kind of person you would want for your daughter.
He looks so sweaty all the time.
It's just like he looks like he reeks of product and earwax. Like it's just gross. Allegedly, like I don't know that young man.
Allegedly.
And the two of them, drunk Craig, like because not Craig all the time, but drunk Craig. Drunk Craig is just the worst person on Bravo because
Craig's new personality.
It's just so awful. Like it's so awful. And then I don't know how you guys feel about Sarah from Dubai. She just really wasn't giving enough for me to be a full-time housewife. I'm just to me, she was the whole show was giving friend of energy, but other than Chanel, I'm out.
Yeah. That I didn't really like Caroline Brooks.
I'm not a fan.
She bothered me,
but I like her.
And then like her online presence also was like quite aggressive. So
yeah.
I
Like the whole Dubai gives me friend of energy. Like I want to like it. I want for them to succeed because it's really cool. You know, maybe if Phaedra goes on there, that'll give it some
You
fun.
want Phaedra on Dubai?
I don't want Phaedra on Dubai.
No,
That
me either. I'm like, that is such lazy
I thought Hazel
casting.
E would be on Dubai. Like,
No, Phaedra she's not a chemistry fit for Dubai. Like, I think, like, I get why Phaedra was fired, and I think she should have been for what she said and did, but I don't think she's a fit for Dubai. To me, that's Bravo being like, oh, wait a minute, we really like Phaedra, we want to bring her back. What show do we have that has black people on it? Do. Oh, Dubai.
Dubai.
Like,
And
it's very lazy casting to me, and I don't think she's a chemistry fit for Dubai.
no.
No.
Like I think the only show Phaedra will be a part of is, you know, they'll be keep bringing her, probably be back to Ultimate Girls Trip. Like I
Yeah.
don't
I actually like Ultimate Girls Trip 2 better than the
Oh
first
yeah.
one, because to me, these ladies, the one that they brought this time, they were really working hard for that paycheck, and they open up to to people in a different way. Like I love Eva on that show.
I love
She was the breakup star of that show, because honestly, I wasn't expecting her to be so open and so fun, and she did it. To me, she
Problem
won
is
the
Eva
show.
was on Atlanta when she was pregnant all them times. Like Eva can't be pregnant on reality TV. She's a lot more
She
fun when
was.
she's not knocked
Mhm.
up. Like because she's,
Yeah.
you know, she's smoking and she's cussing and she's letting loose and she's not stressing about keeping a life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of stress. So
Yeah.
I
bring
agree.
Eva back in any capacity. I'm here for it. Like every single hat, every single shady moment, every joint, everything. Bring her back. Like
Yes.
I love Eva.
I
I
agree.
actually have my Eva necklace on.
Oh,
I
Ooh.
don't know. Yeah, it's cute. It's light. I just don't ever take it off because it's freaking tiny. Like
okay.
it's the thinnest gold ever in life. Like
Yeah.
it's
I
just
was
in there.
the only thing I would say about Ultimate Girls Trip is I feel like were they setting up Dorinda to fail? Because all the other girls' trips, they're always like at a resort. Because it's a very different vibe to come to a place and just be a part of the group versus being the host of the group.
Yeah.
And I feel like Dorinda had a lot of stress, a lot of expectations, and I think that really set her up to fail because she felt like she had to host everybody, she had to make it nice. It was where she was, it was her home. And that's a very different dynamic when you're just out with the girls and you're in a resort or a rented house or whatever the place is. So I kind of felt like they played Dorinda a little bit with that. And I felt bad for her. And then all the other housewives are like, well, the first one, where did they go? I forgot where they went. But then the next place they're going to, like Mykonos or whatever the hell they're going. I don't know, Greece or whatever. I don't know. But I feel like, why did they have to go to Dorinda's house?
Um,
That's,
Why did they have to go to Dorinda's
that's
house?
Dorinda's own fault because Dorinda wanted to film in her house.
And
Like
Bluestone, we
she
never see Dorinda.
gave the
She saw
house to
something in the fridge.
Bravo. Yeah, she
That's
was
what
so
happens when you're
thirsty to come back, and she
Yep.
knew New York was not happening. That she was like, okay, just let me be back. Just I will do whatever you want, and she put herself into that position.
Wow. So yeah, she shot herself in the foot. She was like, "You can save on the budget. You don't need a location budget. Just come here." Stupid Dorinda.
what show do you guys feel is like the best new show on Bravo that is not Housewife? Let's talk about the non-Housewife shows. Best new show on Bravo. I have a pick. I love Southern Hospitality because it's given me BPR season one. It's giving me the drama. It's giving me like a cast that is not rich and they working at a bar, so it's relatable, but it's messy. I also liked the Girlfriends in Paris, which never
Yeah.
picked up.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Real Girlfriends in Paris. It reminded me of like Gallery Girls. Remember?
Yes.
And I loved Gallery Girls.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I loved Real Girlfriends in Paris. Like, I really hope they get picked up for next season. One, I want to see if, they get married. They were just at the Ritz for Christmas, and it was.
Anya.
I'm hoping they were able to have their wedding at the Ritz. So it's like, and then Aja and her boyfriend broke up, so I want to see her single again. Like, I don't want to see her single again, but you know. I want to
Yeah.
see her single and talking about the
Yeah.
sex clubs and just being so Aja. Like, she's so cute.
Aj is
Hmm.
so fun. I had the opportunity to interview her a couple of weeks ago, and she is a person who's meant to be a reality TV star. She had the personality, she had the story, she has everything going on. She's an Ivy League student. I mean, she has a lot of stuff going on. And I told her I think the biggest issue that Bravo uh, had with the show was that they promote the show as like a girls that move to Paris to fall in love. This show was not about falling in love in Paris. It was about the girls in Paris. That was, I think, there was a
Right.
marketing issue.
Yeah.
Um, and but I think Aja should have like her own show. Like bring Aja to like Winter House or Summer House or something. I need Aja to be part of the Bravo universe. I mean, she lives in New York too, so it's like the perfect cast. And she
I
was
would
so
love for
sweet in
her to be
BravoCon.
on Real Housewives of New York. Like, since Housewives are now doing this kind of revamp, these younger women, like Aja is now, a transplant from New York to Paris, New York to Paris. Why shouldn't she be on New York?
I
Like,
agree. I agree.
Ooh, unpopular opinion. See, I and I say that because I like no, not her personally. I like her, but for the housewives, I actually want more of a throwback to the oldness of being aspirational, like these women who like do have the marriages and they do have the money and they are a woman of a particular age. They don't have to be like super old or super young, but I don't really want like a early mid 20s person figuring it out on the Real Housewives. You know what I mean? I loved Real Girlfriends of Paris, but and I agree the marketing was the problem, but I think that I don't really want that type of person on the Real Housewives. Like I think we can still have shows that are a fit for that life, like whether it's the Summer House, the Winter House, Vanderpump Rules, Southern Hospitality, that we don't have to make housewives that, if that makes sense. Like I love
Yeah.
the Vanderpumps, I love the Nenes, I love the Heather Dubrows. Like if we could get back to that fun, light women who are married or divorced or whatever it is and they have the money and they've lived through things so they're interesting like Adrienne Malouf, you know what I mean? That's what I want to watch.
kind
And,
of
Well, that's why Miami works, because they
that's why my
all are
women have
like that, you
life,
know.
I
you know.
can't wait
Yeah.
to see when Roni comes back how they're gonna, how the new revamped Roni is
Yeah,
going to play out. Like,
it's
because I
already
think that's really what it is now.
yeah, and it's already been a mess with that one girl, Lizzie.
I mean, she's out though. She's
Oh
out. So
yeah.
it's
Right,
good that
and
she's
that's a
out.
big sign
Already.
though, where it's like already you had to you had to kick someone off, but they
Yeah.
already should have known. And that's another thing where it's like it's lazy casting. Like, how are you going to have Lizzie, who was supposed to be on Dallas, which is a very different vibe than in New York, and then you're casting the same exact person now for New York? It's like hot potato housewives. Like they don't have their stuff together, and that's why it's not working.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm one of the few people who is like truly advocating for both Ronnies. Like I love the idea
Yeah.
of a Ronnie and a Ronnie legacy because there's going to be a point where all these like iconic housewives need their own spotlight, and legacy is the perfect way to do that. I think the fans, we as fans, some fans took it like way too harsh, like the news. We're gonna have two shows to watch. I mean, that's exciting. Like we have more content to talk about, and also we had the opportunity to extend the franchise into the new generation because let's be honest, like I agree with you, Candy. Yeah, the housewife should be more like elder millennials and up in that age, but you know, you know, Philly Diva has a point. A lot of influencers, a lot of fashion girls and stuff are the new celebrity, are the new
Yeah.
money, are the new people who are have the spotlight. Like the older generation had that in Ronnie before they got on the show. It's kind of like a different type of celebrity we have right now. Like social media created a new layer of celebrity, so that should be also involved in the casting. Um, but I am excited. Like, give me more Ronnies and give me more shows. Like, if you want to split Beverly Hills into Legacy and Beverly Hills, do it because I would love
I
to
would
some
love a
one lady
Beverly
to
Hills
come back.
legacy.
Yeah,
We
And
there
as
was
need
a
we
huge.
need to stop being afraid of change. And I think the viewers are so afraid of change. They want everything to stay the same. But I'm always saying like, are we gonna watch a Ramona singer at 80 years old or a Vicky Gumbelson at 80 years old? You know?
Right.
So the show needs to keep changing, and we need to receive that change no matter what.
I
I
mean,
think I think it's not that they're afraid of change. I think that what it is, it's we don't need Ramona Singer herself to come back until she's 80, but I think that there's something to be said about the not nostalgia of Real Housewives of the Real Housewives franchise, but finding that again, that aspirational type of lifestyle with new and different women. So it's not that we want the OGs to come back, it's that we want the essence, that spirit, that energy that it used to have to come back, if that makes sense. Because I agree,
Yeah,
I don't want Ramona to come back. She can be gone forever. Like, I don't need the, and even with like, they're like, who should we bring back for Beverly Hills? I'm like, actually, nobody. Why don't we get some new people? And so it's
yeah.
not that we're
Mhm.
afraid of change so much. It's just that I think that Bravo doesn't know how to figure out how to find new people that have authentic storylines and genuine personalities. That's really where the magic is. When you have something
Yeah.
going on in your life and you actually have that big person, like Mary Saul, she doesn't have a storyline. She sits around and drink Takis all day, but she's freaking hysterical. She could just sit there and roll her eyes, and I'm like laughing. Do you know what I mean? It's like that is what I'm talking about, and I think that's why Miami is so great, is because they are a woman of a particular age. They have lived, they do have the money, and they have storylines and personalities. It's just the other franchises, they need to find women like that, but they're new and fresh.
I agree. But I think like you said something very, very true. It's like we need fun people to come on the show, people with personality. Like some casting choices this year were so dreadful. Like Jem Armstrong. Like I'm sorry, lady. I know you are a
Oh my
great
God.
or whatever you do,
No,
but
no,
you
no,
were
no,
not
no, no.
meant for reality TV. You were boring. You were a waste of
Mm-mm.
orange, and the only interesting thing about her life was her shirtless husband slash fiance slash boyfriend. One of those. I don't know what he
well,
falls into.
women, and the fact that he just walked around with his dog,
I
like
know.
Yeah.
the whole concept of him was weird. But
It's like muscular Ken
She,
Todd.
yeah. She was more boring than Teddy Mellencamp, and that was a lot to say.
Ooh,
yeah, she was, yeah.
that's harsh.
But it's true. Like other, and the thing is, we're not even talking about Jen. We're talking about her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
I
we
mean,
talk about
she
Teddy,
didn't
we
she
talk about
didn't bring
Teddy.
anything to the show. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Literally.
And the only little moment when she could do something in Mexico, which was getting drunk with Emily and Shannon, she was like, "Ah, I'm not 20 anymore. I'm too old for this. I'm leaving."
Like
It's
girl,
like,
bye.
bitch,
Girl,
help
bye.
I'm
yourself.
not 20
Tell me
anymore
help
either.
you.
But I'm sitting here pouring
I'm
this glass.
I'm 39 and my cocktail is all the way out here. Trust me, we're getting drunk tonight.
Would you believe that I was born in the 70s?
No, never.
No,
Wow.
not at
Never believe
all.
that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 90s.
Oh, in the 90s. Huh.
You were
Mm.
clubbing in the
Wild
90s.
times.
Clubbing in the 90s.
When no, well, it depends on the part of the 90s. Like in the early 90s, I was very much still a teenager watching Saved by the Bell.
Love it.
But as some 90s went on. Mm, mm.
You guys, I want to know your best pick for housewife. Like I want to pick the best housewife this year. Who you guys think deserve that position?
I'm gonna say Chanel Iman. And
Ooh,
I'm saying Chanel Ayan because she was the not expected face of a new franchise. We were, it's Caroline Stansberry. We know Caroline. We know Caroline. We know Caroline. She was great on Ladies of London, and we were just really kind of know she's authentic wealth. We know she has this rich fiance, husband, boyfriend, who's super young. Did I say rich? I meant young. Yeah. And because we know he's not rich.
No, he's not.
We don't know if he even got paid, allegedly. I didn't start that rumor. It's just out there. Who started it? I think Lisa started it. But I think the fact that Chanel was able to just kind of be this kooky, really kind of having a light grasp on English, ridiculous fashions, like that moment in the mall with the white dress. Like, what? Like it was
Yeah.
just, it was super weird. It was super fun. And even when she, had her moments conflicting with other people, it wasn't malicious. It was still light. So for a new housewife, I think like Chanel really kind of carried her season. She's very iconic with the fashion. She was great with the shade. She held her own at BravoCon. Like for a newbie, I give it to her.
I agree.
Yeah.
She did hold her own at BravoCon. I met her at the Gothenburg Hotel at the rooftop party, and she was one of the most gracious people I ever met in my life. She was the star of the show, and she was like thanking us who were like talking to her for welcoming her to New York, and she was so overwhelmed with the love. I'm like, girl, you are the star. Soak in the moment. This is your
She's so
moment.
humble. Like
Mhm.
I enjoy her. So for me, like she checked all the boxes, especially for a new show.
Agree.
Candy.
Yeah.
Hmm. A new housewife. Who do we have to choose from? Because it's sure as hell is not Chanel for me. I
No,
don't.
we are talking about the best housewife overall the year. Like who you think is the
Oh, in
best housewife?
general?
In
Oh,
Yeah.
general,
oh, in general. Sorry. It's like Chanel. Miss me with Chanel. You guys were like waxing poetic. I was like, they're so nice.
no, like I'm alone on my island. I usually am, and it's
I'm
okay.
with you. I'm with you, feeling. Don't worry.
Like,
I love you guys so much.
it's okay.
At BravoCon, Phaedra read the hell out of Chanel. She was like, "You're in a quinceañera dress," and all that. Because remember when
Well,
Chanel tried to play Phaedra,
Phaedra's legendary. Like nobody can
Yeah.
read somebody
it was
outread
so
Phaedra. Like once
funny.
Phaedra has her eyes set on you,
No,
it's
this no, this was the thing. Chanel had her eyes on Phaedra because Andy said, "Who is the worst dressed?" or something like that on the stage, and Chanel was like Phaedra, and then it was like ooh, and then game was on, and then Phaedra like deaded her. She bodied her. It was really funny, but overall, I would say I don't know. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm actually gonna say Nene because I get it. Her ego shot her in the foot. I get it. She's her own worst enemy. She has a good message, but she's the wrong messenger with a lot of the stuff she says. But I do want to give a shout out to Nene because I think that the Real Housewives franchise, and to be honest, Bravo and Andy and Watch What Happens Live would not be what it is today if it were not for Nene in like the very early seasons of Atlanta. She really put the franchise on the map and Bravo on the map, if people are being honest. So I'm gonna give my props to Nene, and I know she's problematic. I know there's stuff with her, but I'm gonna say Nene for overall.
Blake, who's your pick of 2022 housewife of the year?
For me, it's gotta be Lisa Baby Gorgeous Barlow. Because it was such a turn. Like I did not like her seasons 1 and 2, and this season I am just so drawn to her, and like it's visceral. I can't really explain it, but it's got to mean something, you know. And I just think she's giving us what seems to be lacking on Salt Lake City, which is just authenticity. You know, like I said, I feel like she really is just being herself, like her little sing song voice that she always does, and like the little pet names and like eating Kit Kats for breakfast. Like I think that is truly who she is. And there's a sense of like, I don't know, there's something like childlike about her, like I said before, that she doesn't really get the joke. She doesn't seem in on it. She doesn't really get why people think she's funny, but she's just happy that they like her. And to me, that's endearing. And yeah, I've really enjoyed her this season.
Andy?
So I'm gonna back you up on that one because I think Lisa Barlow gave us everything that a good housewife usually have. Great taglines, great one-liners, meme moments, and she just gave us everything right now. Like she's everywhere for a reason. We make fun with her or at her or wherever, but she's giving us that constantly every single episode. And also the realness, I think she's one of the most real housewife out there, you know. And this, I have a second one which is super random, and I know you guys are gonna think it's super random, and I don't think she is like the most amazing housewife ever, but for some reason I feel so drawn to her, and is Nina Ali on Dubai. I don't know if it's because she is so beautiful, you know, and like I follow her on social media, and I think she is, her personality and her aura. I just want to be her friend. I don't know why. I think she's amazing.
More
But
like
for housewife, Lisa Barlow.
I'm going to
I'll
say
co-sign Lisa Barlow, but I not even like the entire world of franchises. So yes, Lisa Barlow. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm going to share mine. I mean, I wanted to choose my dynamic duo Garcelle and Sutton because they are to me like I don't know. I love them to death. Like I have a special place for both of them in my heart. But due to current situation, I'm gonna give it to Lisa Hochstein from Miami, because that lady is dealing with a freaking disgusting, very public, horrendous breakup, divorce situation with that nom that I think is disgusting. So
No.
I'm gonna give her that title just because she is able to be so vulnerable, still trying to figure out what's happening, and she's given us this season like so much. I think, I mean, Peacock, I guess, hit the jackpot with the storyline. It just happened while they were filming, so it's crazy. That hat mic, I'm pretty sure when she saw it, she probably like died because it was horrendous to see it developing. So my love goes to Lisa, and obviously I'm gonna give Garcelle and Son my love because I mean I just absolutely adore them. They are amazing. Guys, I mean we are getting close to the end. So um, another category I want to talk about before we wrap it up: best and worst moments on Bravo this year. Like, what's your best that you were gonna remember? And what's the worst that you can remember as the worst? And the what the fuck. So it's three moments. Think on three moments. I'm gonna share mine so you can have time to think.
Look,
Best
I
mo.
have one. I
Okay,
have one like
you go
right now
first.
because it's still, I have chills every time that I saw it, and is the trailer of the Beverly Hills reunion with Kathy Hilton destroy Lisa Rena. Like that moment to me, I was like, what the f? Like that was everything to me. Like that moment, I still watch it on my Instagram, and I'm like chills, like literally chills right there.
Well, I'm gonna share mine. I'm gonna. I love that one because I had that one on my list. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Um, the best Bravo moment to me is going to be BravoCon 2022. That
Well,
to me is
I
by
mean,
far the best thing that Bravo could have put together in 2022. That was the ultimate reunion. Honestly, that was absolutely out of control and overwhelming. The worst Bravo moment, I'm going to say Jen shot on Salt Lake City. Because she still insists on having this innocent image, even though she went ahead and pled guilty. And now we are getting more information, and the more we get, the more I'm like, how the hell we allow this person to have a platform? How the hell she still has fans out there defending her? How the hell the free Jen shot or bring Jen shot back still exists after what we know now? That was the worst to me. And the what the fuck moment, I think I'm gonna give it to Aspen. It was what the fuck in the way that I was so disappointed and so annoyed and so angry and so pulling my hairs at every episode that they focused the whole entire season on this particular situation, and we didn't get any resolution. We didn't have any images, audio. So yes, Aspen was a total what the fuck moment in Bravo this year.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I can go. Let's
Okay.
okay. What a great question. I think the best Bravo moment, I gotta give it to Andy. It was Kathy Hilton gathering the girls at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. The way she bodied Erica, the way she bodied Lisa Renna, the trailer, yes, it was her just gathering both of them was the best moment, I'd have to say. And then the worst moment to me was also Beverly Hills reunion, was when Erica Jane said the F word, the full word, and was not checked. It was just like she just said it.
Like
And
the
it was
color blue.
like it rolled off of her tongue like she was saying, good morning, have a good day. And nobody checked that, and it also aired fully on certain, in certain countries, in certain places. It wasn't even bleeped out. So I think that was very irresponsible on Bravo's part, because who knows how many people were triggered by that. So to me, that was the worst moment. And then the WTF moment would be Jessica gaslighting Luke on Winter House. I thought that was also very irresponsible of Bravo, because not to make it too dark or anything, but there are real victims out there of sexual coercion and stuff like that. And I think that Jessica is a big reason why a lot of victims don't come forward. And I just thought that was really horrible. And I felt really, really bad for Luke. And he didn't deserve that. And victims don't deserve her acting like she represents them. So that's mine.
I guess I'll go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My best moment of the year was watching Lisa Rinna get booed at BravoCon. So satisfying. And I think it was kind of the first time we've really seen any housewife have that kind of like interaction with fans. I think we've all kind of, heard jokes for years of like, God, imagine if there was a live audience at a reunion or whatever. Like, imagine like the Jerry Springer crowd at a Bravo event. We kind of got that, and it was very satisfying. Worst moment of 2022, gotta be Asher Monroe's singing career. Just all of it. The whole damn thing.
You didn't like the duets?
Wasn't my fave. I wasn't, a big fan of his like video of him dueling with a dragon or whatever. I don't know. Also, with all of that money Diana claims to have, like, you'd think that the CGI would have been better. I'm just saying. And then my what the fuck moment. And so this is a moment that it's like, what the fuck, but also like, I like loved it. It felt like a weird, like Bravo fever dream. The OC Reels performing their hit single, I Do Whatever I Want, on the finale of Real Housewives of Orange County. That song is a bop. I play it in my car all the time. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay,
Feel
so
Diva?
I guess my best moment. I mean, honestly, getting to BravoCon unexpectedly was pretty effing awesome. Like, shout out to Thea from Your Moms Are Watching, because I had no intentions on going to BravoCon until that trout mouth heifer decided she wanted to lie on my good name. Like, so since that happened, I was really, 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 really happy to go. So that has to be like best moment. My what the F moment really has to be that all sprinter vans, like all sprinter vans have what the F moments now for damn near every franchise. I'm just waiting for my sprinter van moment from Miami, because that one is going to be epic if there is one. Please let there be one. Because Potomac sprinter van moment was awesome. Thank you, Ashley Darby, for having the good sense to record what was going on. Whatever happened in the sprinter van in Aspen, something happened. I wish Lisa just recorded it. Like, I'm not going to think any less of Kathy because I don't like Lisa, but I just want to hear what happened. Like, I'm not going to dislike you any less, Auntie Kathy. Like, I just want to hear what you say. Like, I'm not going to dislike you. And I guess probably the worst moment. Shout out to all the no, I can't say all the hot mic moments. I'm just going to say Lenny Hoxton's hot mic. Like everything having to do with him has just been the worst. Like how he wants his wife and the mother of his children to get out with his children. Like how
Yeah.
he told his mother to get out. Like how you're doing all of this for physical explosions. Like that's the nicest way I can say it. Like
Physical explosions.
because
Wow, that should
That's
be
what
a
I'm calling it
graphic
from now
novel.
on.
What are you reading? Physical explosion.
I could not think of a nicer way to say it. Because that's
Like
really all you're doing. Like
Physical
that's
explosion.
all it
Candy after
is.
dark, like candy, bedroom candy. Ooh, this is her new
Physical
collection.
explosion.
A
Physical
physical explosion. We have come up with so new dirty names tonight. Like, but yeah, like anything about Lenny is just the absolute worst. F him, die slow. Like I just don't like him.
Agreed.
Andy, you want to add to your choices? I know you said your the best was
I know.
Philly
It's
Diva
just like
three.
all of you guys have said so many that I was already gonna say, but I don't know. Like each year, you think that nothing is going to surprise you, and then something even bigger happen. And from the toxicity on New Jersey to the darkness on Beverly Hills to like the amazingness of Miami, like I think we are just living in one of, I mean, the best moment right now. BravoCon is back. It's probably gonna be back next year. I don't know. I'm enjoying this moment right now. And also like meeting all of you and all of the other amazing content creators. I think the Bravo community is one of the most amazing communities that there is out there. Like we love each other, we hate each other, we root for each other. Like it's so weird. We are housewives. We are literally housewives.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what?
about to flip this table over. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I always said this before. I even spoke to a producer about this. I hope that if this happened, I get the credit. I've been saying that Bravo should take advantage of this. The fact that they had their own content creators doing the work, and they should make a show, kind of like a summer house, a winter house, something like that, where they pick content creators. Philly Diva said, "Don't say anything." I know she has a point, but you got my point. Okay, you guys, you got my point.
they don't pay you enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. They don't pay me enough. God damn it, they don't pay us
Visualization.
enough.
Like I had to get the BravoCon on somebody else's dime, and they effing triggered me. Like y'all don't pay me.
So guys, before we close, 2023 is literally 2 days away, and I want to hear from you guys what you expect of 2023. I'm not talking just about the Bravo network. I'm talking about yourself as Bravo content creators, and what do you want to manifest in 2023? Uh, let's start Philly Diva since you're next to me right now.
Okay. Um, I'm really working hard on time management so I can get the podcast up and going. Like, it is so much work to build the schedule, to be a mom, and to work my 9 to 5, and to be a daughter. Like, I'm juggling the puzzle pieces. So I am hoping that 2023 brings me proper time management, organizational skills, and good content for everybody to enjoy.
Candy.
Ooh, for 2023, I am entering my year of the flow. I'm leaving any type of hustle or grind, any aspect that feels like that in the past, and I'm just entering the flow. And I just want to be in a space that I just receive. I'm in my feminine divine energy right now. I'm just in a place to receive. So all of the goodness, all of the abundance, all of the love, all of the peace, all of the joy, I'm just going to sit up here and let it flow to me and just be a magnetic attractor for it. That's what I'm calling
Poetry. Blake. What you got?
Yeah, I'm going the opposite route of Candy. I'm gonna be making 2023 my bitch, and it is going to be the year of the hustle. I'm gonna put in the work. I mean, as I know, Eddie. Most of you guys probably know I started this podcast this year, and it's really blown up, and so I want to just keep hustling and see what I can do with the whole blonde hair, black heart brand and persona that I've created. And then, hopefully see all of you guys at BravoCon in 23. I wasn't able to go this last year, but I'm going to be there. The ultimate goal, we're hosting a panel. So fingers crossed. I'm putting it out,
Ooh.
manifesting that.
Manifest it.
We're hosting an event.
I
Yes.
received
Take your
it.
tax money.
Yeah,
Put your tax
yeah,
money. That's your
Right.
BravoCon money.
Yeah.
Andy?
make
I
it
received
happen. Yeah, I think for next year, I same. I mean, like my main thing is YouTube, and I am really enjoying doing this. I'm gonna be putting all my energy into bringing better content and bigger content, and I want to keep growing this family, the Beverly Troop, which is my family, and keep meeting you guys. I want to meet all of you in real life. I only met Candy, so I want to meet all of you guys in person. And I don't know. I'm waiting for Eddie invitation to go to Charleston. You told me we're gonna do that, so I'm waiting for that.
Wait,
And
can we make it a summer trip so they can be filming? And we
yeah,
can be like,
yeah.
I'm down to go.
So listen to me, you guys. Now that we're talking about manifestation 2023, I'm gonna manifest this. Um, First off, what I'm manifesting for 2023 is obviously making Martini with Eddie. A bigger brand. I started the tweets and stuff, and this is becoming more like something that I'm passionate about. And the podcast, I like. Blake also said my podcast started a month and a half ago, and it's something that it truly brings me joy, and because people like you guys that come here and share with me your experiences and make me really happy to see so many hustlers out there that love the same thing that I love, that we talk about this daily, we enjoy the same thing. So I'm so happy. And like you guys said, BravoCon 2023, if it happen, we gotta make it a point that we meet in person. It's a great experience. I love this so much. I got to meet so many great people this year, so many. And like Andy just said, I am planning a trip to Charleston. It's happening in February, you guys. So if you guys want to come, you know where to find me.
Will Craig be there? Of course not.
But the plan is
That was a shout out to Potomac.
You never
the,
know, Candy. You
It was
never
a shout out
know.
to
Shout out
Potomac.
to Potomac, like
Yeah, it was a shout out for Potomac. Thank you, Philly Diva. You got me. You got me. You got me.
the plan is to gather a group of content creators to go to Republic and meet the cast, have a good time, just have like a mini BravoCon experience where you meet other content creators and we share, the love for Bravo. And what best place than Charleston, because the new show. And honestly, if I want to party with a cast right now, I want to party with the cast of Republic of Southern Hospitality. I mean, those kids are freaking awesome. Or I'm also manifesting in 2023 a trip to California to visit the Tom's restaurant, to visit Tom's Palm and all the stuff. So I also
Let's
want to
make it
make sure.
happen.
Let's make it happen because I want to
Yeah.
make sure that we go to places that as Bravo content creator we feel like home, and those are basically our homes. And I want to make sure that we all meet. So I will definitely share the info as it goes, as it's happening to you guys. And um, 2023 is the year that I really want to make more connections in person on via you know Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or podcast, because um, all I can say is like I feel like I found my family, and my family is you guys. So thank you so much for being here with me
Aw,
tonight.
we love you.
Thank you. Love you.
Hey.
So with that said, you guys, this is the last minute before we go. promote your spot where you guys can Philly Diva, where I can find you, or people can
Okay,
find
you
you.
can find me on Instagram at philly.diva. You can also find me here on YouTube, the Philly Diva. Twitter is, what is my Twitter? I'm pretty sure it's Philly Diva, but it may be my actual Kristen Dion because I've had that one since like 2009. Like, so you can find me on any of those places and come chop it up with me. Like I'm all about a good time.
Candy.
Yes, just go to candywashington.com and you will find everything there, all my social handles, books, movies, podcasts, courses, all of it. So just candywashington.com is your one stop for everything.
Blake.
Yes, so you can find me on social media at Blonde Hair Black Heart, online, blondehairblackheart.com, my podcast, anywhere you stream podcasts. It's called Blonde Hair Black Heart, go figure. And I put out new episodes every Monday. It's a lot of Bravo content, but I talk about things beyond Bravo, a lot of personal stories, other celebrity gossip and interviews. I had Tara Reid from American Pie and Josie and the Pussycats on last week, so we had a really fun convo. So go check it out.
Andy.
Well, guys, you can find me here in YouTube as the Real Andy of Beverly Hills, or my personal channel, the Real Andy. Or you can find me all across the social media as Real Andy BH. So TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, everywhere, same handle.
And you can find me at Martinez with Eddie on Instagram, Twitter, podcast, TikTok, martinezwitheddie.com, my website. And guys, raise your glass right now. Whatever you have handy right
Mine's
there.
empty.
I'm making my NyQuil, guys.
Hey, party.
I know, right?
Yes. Let's toast to a successful 2023. I love you guys.
Love you.
Cheers.
too.
Love you all. Happy New Year.
Happy New
New
Year.
Year,
Happy
guys.
birthday. Enjoy.
And you guys, you got watch, you got listening. Happy New Year. We all love you. We'll see you in 2023.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.